So we were talking about Spotted Dick earlier being called Spotted Richard in Parliament, weren't we?
Should we start doing on the show? We got Spotted Richard this morning, haven't we?
Well, he's in Mallorca. He's certainly got a
spotted there.
He's been spotted in Mallorca. Are you ever here?
Why are you there?
Good morning, Britain, or buenos dias, Britain, I suppose I should say. How are you, ladies? Yes, I'm in the sun-drenched Isle of Mallorca, of course, with your Love Island news. The money we've thrown at this show is extraordinary. I just wish I'd seen some of it. Spoiler alert. Let's bring you up to speed with the events in Love Island last night. And there it is. Could listen to that all day, even with a delay. The couples, of course, voted on last night's show for the least compatible couples on the island. So who's going to be mugged off this evening on the public vote? Well, the smoke and mirrors, of course, amongst the couples for all to see. It's Alex and Samira and Hayley and Charlie. We're not quite buying their relationships at the moment for obvious reasons. But, of course, it's all about popularity at this rather early stage in the game. So what we've conjured up in the newsroom, and I can assure you it really is just a straw poll amongst everyone who works at GMB, is the popularity of the contestants on Love Island at the moment, OK? So here is your Q production, your popularity pyramid. Bends down, reaches for script. Here we go. Let's take a butcher. So Alex, of course, has had a huge amount of public sympathy from the very beginning because he's been mugged off by just about every female in the villa, which could mean he and Samira are saved despite not being romantically interested in each other. Charlie became a new fave when he put Eyal in his place last night, of course, and Eyal and Megan were lucky to dodge the vote after combined snaky behaviour. But it was Hayley who's getting the most hate at the moment on the old Twitter, and here's why.
I just find it a bit awkward with Alex. I think that might be because he's got like a professional job or something.
What do you think about Brexit?
What's that? Shush, I'm texting.
Shut up, Charlie.
I could have picked anyone in the couple.
So could I. But
it went up to you though, was it?
I just put him at the bottom straight away without even giving him a chance because I thought we just didn't work on.
What's his name? Yeah.
So there you have it. So Hayley has got cold feet about every fella that she's actually been attracted to or not attracted to on Love Island. I actually thought Hayley would be in it for the long game. I don't think she's necessarily as short, shall we say, of a few slices than she actually makes out. So I think there's a lot more to her than meets the eye. Maybe that's what the public are catching on to at the moment. It's small fry drama, though, compared to what's happening up west, so to speak, back in London town, because Samira, of course, we know she's a good old hoofer from the West End. Well, she bolted from the cast of Dreamgirls without giving them any notice, which means she's now being sued by the cast. Apparently, she was happy to move on because she felt an understudy could actually take her place. As if an understudy could take mine, boys. OK, thanks for that. Overwhelming the love I'm feeling here in Mallorca. Elsewhere, though, aside from digging up a popularity pyramid in the newsroom overnight, we also dug up some footage of Eyal, yes, the bubble-permed, Bambi-eyed, Machiavellian man of the piece at the moment on Love Island. This is him in his band Ever Young, which has caused a little bit of a sensation on the old Twitter, singing all about the bass. But I'm sure we've all got footage that we'd rather wasn't seen or dug up by our colleagues at work. I know I certainly do. Finally, though, can we end on a good note? Danny and Jack finally puckered up last night. They're the #1 couple at the moment. They're certainly favourites with the bookies. I don't know how Danny Dyer feels about it in Walford, but we are thrilled that the couple seem to be getting on so well.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
You're not just there to talk about Love Island. You have your own moment in the limelight coming up.
I do indeed, yes. And it's probably why my voice is a lot deeper this morning than it normally is. And I've only been here, what, about 8 hours or so? But it feels like a lot longer. Yes, I'm about to film today a cameo in Hollyoaks. The McQueens are out here on a hen night in Magaluf. It's got me written all over it. Tragically, though, last night, I think I might have fallen at the first hurdle, because you know what these Hollyoaks cast members are like.
That's what the shades are all about.
Do drip responsibly. The same, the same can't be said for me, unfortunately. This is my costume. Can you believe it?
I feel like we've already had enough of that sort of thing on the show so far, if I can just mention that. Richard, you wouldn't have seen, but I'm sure you'll look fabulous in it. We can't wait.
Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, wow. Richard is playing himself.
He's playing himself, hence the budgie smugglers. You know he always wears them.
That's hilarious.
He loves a budgie smuggler.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely stuff.